type of video for you today, and it's quite exciting because it's kind of the first I've ever done this type of video on my channel. I was perusing, as I do. I search for all sorts of different things. I just spend my entire time on the internet searching for things. Sometimes things I just will never use and don't need, but it's always interesting to be informed about things. But I was searching and I kind of got it into my head that I wanted to find kind of subscription services that were non-beauty related. I thought there must be some. There must be, because we've gone through all the other beauty related subscription services on my channel millions of times before. And I came across this wonderful company called Fraiche. And these are completely different because they deliver food. And it's a weekly subscription, it's not a monthly subscription. It's a weekly subscription, and they deliver every week a box of ingredients, all the ingredients you would ever need in order to make meals, with the recipe cards that they provide you in this cute little pouch here, which I'll show you in a minute. You can have, you know, it doesn't have to be weekly if you don't want to, but you do enter an ongoing kind of rolling subscription when you do sign up, but you can cancel at any time, so that's perfectly alright. It's kind of the same deal with all the other subscription boxes in that sense. But the wonderful thing about this is that you can have, you pick how many meals that you want based on, you know, how many people you're feeding, really. So let me see, they have the classic box. The one I have to show you is 3 meals for 2 people, or they do 3 meals for 4 people, or 5 meals for 2 people, and the price kind of is tiered depending on how many meals you want. And the interesting thing about this is that you don't know what you're going to receive in your box until that week. When they put it up on the site, the list of ingredients and the meals that they've made featuring those ingredients. So I think it's really interesting because it, first of all, is different because it's food, which you know, we all love, and I do love to cook. But secondly, it's interesting because you don't have to be a chef in order to cook these meals. If I just show you the recipe cards, I was blown away by this. I'll just show you this one in particular, and this is this particular week. The recipes pertain to this particular week. They change every single week, so you'll never get stuck with the same thing twice. So this is one of the recipe cards for this week, and this one in particular is the pan-fried pork medallions with terrapin, creme fraiche and new potatoes. Now you get all of these ingredients here. The only thing you would probably need is butter if you eat butter, and you add it to your sauces, which I do, and salt. You don't need anything else. Everything else is provided within the box every week, which I think is amazing, really. I was kind of expecting it to be, oh, but you need these spices and those spices, but no, everything has been kind of taken into consideration and put in the box for you every week. So it tells you the ingredients that you need from the box. And they all come measured out as well. Even the spices come in tiny little pots. I'll show you in a minute what you get in the box and exactly how it comes. And then on the back, it tells you how to cook it. Right down to very basic, very basic, you know, how to chop things up and boiling water and all sorts of stuff. So you don't need to be a cordon bleu chef in order to have this subscription service. I think it's fantastic. I think the reason I find it so fantastic is the price. So this one is the 3 meals for 2 people, the box I'm going to show you. And that was £39 delivered, and it is couriered. Mine was couriered to me by APC Creme, who I've used in the past many times, but this is just who they use. And, you know, it's fine. It doesn't have to be signed for either, so you don't have to be in, which is brilliant because, you know, you don't want perishable goods wandering around in depots, do you? So you don't have to be in to sign for it. They deliver on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 8 and 5 every week. So that's just it. You decide which box you want. They also do a family box and just a straight vegetable box if you don't want the meat or anything. But if you get the classic box, which is the one I'm going to show you, they have chicken, pork, beef and fish. And also about HelloFresh is all of their suppliers are, you know, they're all British and they're all kind of from grassroots, you know, they've all been running their businesses for 30, 40 years, which I think is fantastic. All of their vegetables come from Cambridge and they use one particular butcher, and I have to say I was completely blown away, not just with the service, but with the contents of the box and all the care that had been taken to pack it and label it. And I was just I was really shocked. I was really shocked. And I think because I cook, I find it even more shocking because I was fully prepared for the contents of the box to be a bit lackluster in terms of spices and things that you need to include in order to cook the recipes that they've, you know, provided. But there's everything there, absolutely everything. You don't need anything else. So if you're interested, I do have £10 off your first order. I have a code, and I'll put it just here, and I'll put it down below in the description box. So if you're interested and you want to try it out, then yeah, you get £10 off your first box. As I said, the 3 meals for 2 people is £39, including, you know, it being delivered to you, couriered to you. So yeah, if you do want to cancel, I just thought I'd mention, if you do want to cancel at any point, you have to do it before 7 o'clock on Wednesday, any week. And you can ring them up because they're based in London. They're really lovely people, they're really nice people, and it's nice, I think, to kind of promote British brands and kind of start-up companies, because these people have been doing really, really well, and I can see why. So I'll leave all the information to HelloFresh down below, and yeah, on to looking at the contents of the box that I got for this week. So here is the contents of the box that I got for this week. This, as I said, is 3 meals for 2 people, so you get all the ingredients that you need to recreate the meals that their chefs have devised for this particular week. So the 3 meals they've devised for this week come on these absolutely adorable little recipe cards that are really nice keepsakes, I think. So the first one is a smoky team effort meatballs with creamy mash. And as I said, it tells you exactly how to make it on the back. The second is double peanut satay stir fry with Thai holy basil and bok choy. And the third one is the one I mentioned at the beginning of the video, which is pan fried pork medallions with Terrapin, creme fraiche and new potatoes. So you get how to make it on the recipe cards and all the ingredients that are needed in order to make it yourself at home. So the box is back here, as you can probably see. I'm not quite sure because there are so many, there's so much in this box. I don't know how they managed to fit it all in here. It's just astounding. So first of all, I'll start with the stuff in the front here. You get a little bag. I'll just show you. This tiny little bag here, which has the little bits written on it. And this is all the kind of spice type things, and yeah, I'll go through it. So first of all, you get this is fantastic. You get a tiny little pot of Meridian crunchy peanut butter, and this is for the stir fry. You then get 2 little sachets of Shoda's soy sauce, which once again is for the stir fry to make the sauce with. You then get a little kind of punnet of sweet chili sauce. Just adorable. You also get, and this is fantastic, I love these. This is why I love this idea so much, because if you were going to go out and make this recipe yourself, you'd have to kind of buy, the chances are you'd have to buy full-size versions of these spices. So, you know, not everyone's going to have all the spices that are needed in order to cook a complete recipe, which is why I love the idea of this box, because you don't need to. They actually put them in little tiny tubs for you. Look at this. So this is paprika. You then have oregano, and you can add these to taste, but they do give you more than enough for each recipe that is needed for the ingredients. 1 little pot of concentrated chicken stock from Kent's Kitchen, looks like this. You also get a little pot of cumin, which is fantastic. A little pot of muscovado sugar, which is for the meatballs. You get a tiny sachet of Heinz English mustard, and you get 2 little bite size of the Croston Manor cheddar, which is for the meatballs as well. And that's going to be grated into the meatballs. So if I go to the back here, that's kind of the little bits and pieces. If I go to the back, I'll take this away because I've spoken about that. You also get Longley Farm creme fraiche. Now, my goodness, I mean, I just don't think you could get better than creme fraiche from a farm, really. You just can't. So that is for the pork medallions, because that comes with the Terrapin sauce that you make, obviously. So that fantastic size for that. You also get 2 little cartons of passata for the meatballs. So there's 2 of those here, and these all come in the box. you don't need to buy anything. If we go back to the stir fry, these are the egg noodles. Just here. This here, dry roasted peanuts, you get a little bag of those, which are by Whole Foods. Oh, I didn't see that before. Yeah, so those are by Whole Foods. So dry roasted peanuts once again for the stir fry. You get a chilli. Very cute. Red onion. This is bok choy, which is for the stir fry. Once again, there are so many things that go into this stir fry. It's kind of crazy, and they give you everything you need. If I go to these, which I was kind of surprised about these because I thought, well, for a kickoff, I thought they'd be a lot smaller. But these are the herbs that you need in order to make the recipes. You get Nature's Flavours flat parsley. You also get Thai holy basil, which once again goes in the stir fry. And you also get Terrapin, which goes in the pan-fried pork medallions. So you get those huge amounts, absolute huge amount. Look at that, fantastic. Lord knows how much they would cost you if you actually went out and bought them from a shop. A huge amount. If you look up the top here, I don't know whether you can see. Yes, you can. You get a yellow pepper, huge yellow pepper, fantastic. And you also get a red pepper, which I believe is for the meatballs. Oh no, the red pepper is for the peanut satay. Once again, this peanut satay is going to last you a lifetime. I think you're going to have so many portions of it because there's so much that goes into it. If you look up the back here, you get the potatoes. You get 3 of those. That's for the mash that goes with the meatballs. You get 2 spring onions, 2 sprigs of spring onions. Very nice. You also get a leek. I'll show you this. Yeah, everybody knows what a leek looks like, or hopefully they do. Anyway, you also get new potatoes, which go with the pork medallions. You get a bag of those. And then at the back here, you get 2 carrots, which I believe are for the meatballs as well. So those are the vegetables and all the other little bits and bobs that you get with it. And then I will just get onto the meat, which is in this bag here, which is actually, what is it? I believe it's like fabric lined or wool lined, and it came with a cool pack with it and everything. It's very exciting, and you can actually send these back and have them recycled. So it's all very eco-friendly. So I'll just get all the meat stuff out of here and show that to you. So the meat that you get, obviously, in order to recreate these recipes is fantastic. It's just, I was really quite surprised. I didn't know what to expect in terms of meat because I'm a little bit fussy, and when I'm cooking I feel like I always have to choose it myself. Like, if I wouldn't really order meat, say from Sainsbury's or Asda or Waitrose or anything, because I like to be able to have a look at it myself to decide whether I actually want to use it or not. I'm a little bit fussy. So I was kind of surprised at the quality of the meat that they provide within these boxes. First of all, you get your little cool pack, obviously with HelloFresh on it, which is very, very cute. This one, this is interesting because I'm not a big turkey thigh person, or chicken thigh person, so I thought maybe it would be like drumsticks that you had to debone yourself and all that, but it's not. It's just the meat that's already been deboned for you, and these are skinless and boneless 2-piece chicken thigh meat, which is obviously for the stir fry, and that's from Tom Hickson and Co. It's the one of the butchers they use. I think the only butcher they use, in fact. The pork loin fillet, which is obviously for the pork medallions. I mean, look at that. That is, I expected it already pre-cut into rounds, so the fact that you can cut it yourself is astounding. And yeah, once again, this is British. Fantastic. So I was really, really quite surprised at the quality. I don't know why, but you just never know what you're going to get. This is the first time I've used the service, so I was really surprised at that. And then the minced beef for the meatballs is actually minced steak. It's 28-day, dry-aged, grass-fed, native British beef, and it's actually minced steak. So I expected like a little packet of mince, you know, pre-minced stuff that was just bog-standard mince, but it's actually minced steak, so that is to make the meatballs with. So I was very, very impressed with the meat selection that was on offer. And as I said, they do fish as well, depending on the week that that you have it. They do different types of things. So that is everything that is in the HelloFresh box for this week. 3 recipes, enough to feed 2 people. As you can see, pretty astounding. There's so much on offer, and the contents of the box I think far outweighs the price that you pay, considering it's only £39, including delivery. So if you have any questions about the service, guys, leave me a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you. And once again, it's hellofresh.co.uk, and it's every week, which is fantastic. So if you want to treat yourself at the weekend after a long day or a long week at work, then I think this is a fantastic idea. And it's wonderful because it really suits people that don't like to be lazy with their food, which I hate. I hate when people are lazy with their food. You know, it's such a fantastic alternative to kind of frozen food, because it still allows you to learn new recipes and new ways of cooking things, but it's all in a box. It's all on your doorstep when you get back, which I think is fantastic. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little bit different from my channel, but let me know what you thought down below, and yeah, let me know if you're going to give it a try. They ship all over the UK, so it shouldn't be a problem getting them to ship to you, and as I said, they ship every Tuesday or Thursday every week. So yeah, I hope that was enjoyable, guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.